So we can start off this effect by giving the deck a few shuffles, or a few cuts actually, and after we have done that, I would explain to the spectator that we're going to need 3 piles of cards. We want them to be pretty approximate, okay, so pretty much even. So as I just give the deck a few mixes, just call out stop for 3 piles here. So let's say the spectator calls out stop right here, and I would have them call out stop again. So let's say they call out stop here, and then we will set the last pile down right here. So now with these 3 piles, the spectator is going to choose 1 card from each of the piles and turn the cards face up, just so we can see what they are. So in this case, the Ace of Diamonds, the Queen of Clubs, and the Ace of Clubs. So not a bad hand here. Now because we have 3 piles, 3 cards each, we're going to spell each of the cards here you selected 3 times. So for the Ace of Diamonds, we can go ACEOFDIAMONDS. Place the rest of the cards on top. Let's do that again. ACEOFDIAMONDS. The rest on top, and we can do that one more time. ACEOFDIAMONDS. The rest on top. Let's go ahead and leave this pile off to the side. Let's take the next pile, the Queen of Clubs. QUEENOFCLUBS. The rest on top. QUEENOFCLUBS. The rest on top. And we have QUEENOFCLUBS. The rest on top. And let's go ahead and place this off to the side. And last but not least, the Ace of Clubs. ACEOFCLUBS. ACEOFCLUBS. And we have ACEOFCLUBS. Okay, so now I would explain to the spectator that the deck was cut a few times. You selected 1 card from each of the piles to have 3 cards, and then we spell each of the selections 3 times. And if we look over here, we're going to see that the box has been here in plain view the entire time. Let's go ahead and see what is in the box. So in this case, I have 1 card. Then leave that card right here. You can see there's no other card. And this just so happens to be the 3 of diamonds. Now that might be pretty impressive if you consider the 3 piles and counting the cards 3 times each. But that's not impressive enough. How about we turn over the top card on each of the piles? For the first one, the 3 of spades. The second pile, the 3 of clubs. And the last pile, the 3 of hearts. So that is today's trick. If you would like to learn how to do this, make sure to stick around for the tutorial. Alright, so let's just jump straight into the tutorial here. And in case you're wondering about the deck I'm using, these are the navigators. So I will actually leave a link down below to my deck review on the navigators if you would like to check those out. Let's get straight into the tutorial here. So for this tutorial, I have 52 cards. And what I did was I went through and I took out a 4 of a kind. Now, because we did everything 3 times each, I took out the 3s, but you don't have to take out the 3s. And because you're only going to use 3 of the 4 of a kind, I took one of the cards. It doesn't matter which one. I placed it in the card box as a prediction, but you can do anything you would like. And then the other 3 4 of a kind, I'm going to place on the bottom of the deck. Now you're all set. But in this case, I'm going to leave them face up. So, what I did to start off with some false cuts. Now, you can do whatever you would like. I'm not going to go over any false cuts because I have a few videos on them already, so I'm going to leave them down below. After that, you're going to have 3 piles each. And what I did was an overhand shuffle or a milk shuffle, okay? And I'm also going to leave my overhand shuffle video down below where I also teach the milk shuffle. But you're going to want 3 piles here with a 3 on the bottom of each pile. So I'm not going to go over how to do that because you can check out my video. But let's say we go ahead and we do that right now. Okay, so after you have done that, you're going to have 1 card selected from each pile. You just want to beware of the bottom card. So I just spread out the top half and I have them choose a card from here. And they're going to turn it face up. In this case, the 10 of diamonds. We have the Queen of hearts. And we have the 2 of spades. And now you explain to the spectator that we're going to spell out each of the cards 3 times each. But the thing is, if we run out of cards to deal before we're done actually spelling each of the cards, that's going to be fine. So if we only spell 10 of diamond, for example, with no S, we would place whatever cards we have back on top. Or if we have none, we would just leave it as it is. Okay, so 10 of diamonds, TENOFDIAMONDS, and the rest of the cards on top. If you have none, then just go ahead and spell the 10 of diamonds again. That's what I wanted to say. So now the spectator could take over, or you could continue spelling. So TENOFDIAMONDS. And one more time. TENOFDIAMONDS. The rest on top. Now this would be face down, but obviously it's face up, and I'm going to leave it off to the side, just so we can get some room in here. Now Queen of Hearts, QUEENOFHEARTS. So we just had enough cards, but it wouldn't have mattered. So QUEENOFHEARTS. And one more time. QUEENOFHEARTS. The rest on top. I'm going to leave this over to the side as well. And last but not least, the 2 of spades. So TWOOFSPADES. The rest on top. TWOOFSPADES. And TWOOFSPADES. So now you're going to be left with the 3 piles with, but the spectator doesn't, the 3s, or whatever 4 of a kind you have on top. So now I like to go over the whole trick again. The deck was cut a few times. And you said stop for 3 piles here. You selected 1 card from each pile. We spelled each of these cards with this packet 3 times each. Now, if you remember, the box has been in plain sight since the beginning. how about you open up the box and see what's in there? And when they do that, they're going to see one card. And when they turn it over, they're going to see it's a 3. Now, even if they do think that's impressive, or if they don't, this is when you can say, how about you turn over the top cards on each of these piles? And when they do that, they're going to see the rest of that 4 of a kind to make one 4 of a kind, if that makes sense. But they're going to see the rest of the 3s. And then you can go into any 4 of a kind trick you would like, and I will leave my tutorial down below for a really nice 4 of a kind trick. But this was the original effect. I hope you like this one. Now, I'm going to go over some other handlings for this effect, and then that's going to be the video here. So, what if you wanted to do this impromptu from a shuffled deck? What could you do? Well, here's what you could do. Let's say you have the box in play, and make sure this is a 52 card deck. And if it's not, make sure you just run through it a few times and get a good idea of any 4 of a kind in here. But after you've done that, you can show the spectator all the cards are different, and all you're actually going to do is call any 4 cards to the top in the process of showing any 4 of a kind. Now, I'm not going to teach the call because I already have a video for the call, but I will leave that down below in case you want to check it out. So let's just say we have the, what is this, the 9s. So I'm not actually going to do the call, but let's just say we take the 4 9s here and we call them to the top in the process of showing all the cards are different. After this, what you can do is a double undercut, which I'm not going to teach, but you're going to go ahead and take the top 3 cards, okay, catch a break under them, and just move them to the bottom. So putting these 3 cards on the bottom, and then leaving that one 4 of a kind on the top. Then you can do a card force with this 4 of a kind, make it your prediction, and then because you have the other 3 4 of a kind on the bottom, you can then carry on with the trick that way. But I'm not going to teach card forces because I have a video on that as well. So last but not least, let me show you one more way you can do this. And this is really nice, especially if you don't have a full deck or if you just have one spectator. So this is essentially the same thing of just using one card. So I'm going to show you to the top and the bottom. I'm not gonna teach it, but I will just show you real quick. So you're gonna have a card selected, and you're gonna control it to the top any way you know how. I'm not gonna teach you that because I already have a video on card controls, which I will link down below. And then you're gonna have the spectator or yourself start dealing cards into one pile, and you want 15 cards, okay? Now, it doesn't matter, which you'll see for the next variation. It can be a few more above 15 or a few less under 15. But I worked out that 15 actually works. So let's just say in the process of just dealing cards, you get 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So you would do this different, but I'm just going to do it this way. And leave that card face up. So now you're going to do the same thing as before. You're going to have them take a card, and this can be like, go ahead and choose a card you think might be yours. In this case, the 9 of spades, which isn't theirs. And then they're going to spell 9 of spades 3 times. So Neofspades. The rest on top. Neofspades. The rest on top. and NINEOFSPADES. You're going to see that 5 actually comes to the top. So now you can really do anything you want. You can say the deck was shuffled, you selected any card, we dealt a totally random number of cards. You selected any card you thought was yours. It wasn't yours though. And then we spelled this card 3 times. What was your card? They can say it out loud, and then they can turn over the top card and see it is there, 5 of spades. So that's a nice way you can do it with one card. Here is going to be one more way you can do it, controlling the card to the bottom of the deck, okay? So let's just say you controlled a card to the bottom of the deck. Let's just take out a card here. Let's say the Queen of Clubs you control to the bottom. Now, you're going to have them cut the deck in half. You're going to do something called Magician's Choice, okay? So let's say they cut right about here. So you know their card is going to be right here. So when you say point to a pile, if they point to this pile without their card, you can hand this to them and say, here, hold on to these for me. If they point to this pile with their card, you can say, okay, perfect. We will use these and you can hold on to these for me. So either way, you're going to end up using this bottom pile. And then to get about 15 or so, you're going to cut this in half again. And you're going to do the same Magician's Choice. So if they point to this half, you say, okay, perfect. Hold on to this half and we will use this half. They point to this half, say, perfect. We will use these and you can hold on to this for me. So either way, you're going to use the bottom half. And now you've got about enough. It's not really 15, but it will work. So when they choose a card, in this case, the 5 of diamonds, you can do the same thing. FIBEOFDIAMO, and that's fine. You ran out of cards. And you can actually explain that's fine if you run out of cards beforehand. Since this isn't your card, we're going to see if we can make it magical here. Or something like that. Then you'll see it came to the top. So then if you do it 2 more times, it'll go to the bottom, then right back to the top. So let's do that 2 more times here. So FIBEOFDIAMO, that's perfect. And then FIBEOFDIAMO. There's one card on top. You can recap the whole trick, talk about everything, ask them their card, and then show them the Queen of Hearts. So that is actually going to be today's effect. I hope you really enjoyed this. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know which variation do you like better, the one with the single card or the one with the 4 cards, and which one would you perform, the one with the 4 cards or the single card. For me, I think I have only performed the one with the 4 cards once or twice. I never performed the one with 1 card. I just put that together before the trick. But I'm sure there's some sort of trick involved in this principle. But that was it. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And check out this one video I made right after my giveaway video involving a shout out. So if you would like a shout out of your social medias, your YouTube channel, anything, make sure to enter on the official giveaway video. So I will be accepting entries all on the official giveaway video. But if you do happen to enter on the one video where I do mention the shout outs, I will accept entries there as well. So those videos will be down below. And I hope you like this trick, and I will see you guys next time for a new video. Bye.